Hello, welcome to another Sims 4 video. Today we're in CAS building a big old family. A big old family that gets even bigger the longer it goes. So these are the Puckets. This is Mom Holly. The game generated her. I think she's real cute. She's got like a really cute little like round face. I've been letting the game generate Sims for me lately because I have a serious case of same face, same body type, same style Sim. It's not been my shiniest moment. So I'm letting the game generate Sims for me. I will admit they've generated a lot of blondes lately, which is fascinating. At least it hasn't been a lot of cheese blondes, which is nice. That one color that's just a little off kind of looks like a bad dye job. But this is Holly. Holly came out real cute, I think. She's a super parent, which means she has the domestic trait. She's cheerful, romantic, creative. And in this scenario, they live in the house that I've been calling the Gaines house because it's based on a build from the house from Fixer Upper that the couple didn't pick, but then Joanna Gaines turned it into something else later on, so I've been calling it the Gaines house. So I've been jokingly calling these guys the Gaines, although they aren't really based off of them at all. Just that they live in a house, that is. But I imagined her being very sort of like stay-at-home mom. She's not going to have a job. She's going to be taking care of her 3 kiddos. She's very sort of put together kind of Instagram mom, but meant in the nicest way possible, right? Like she just finds joy in being a parent, and so she, loves putting together lunches and playing with the animals, and she's starting a garden, and they're working on their house. So there are parts of it that are really done up, and there are parts of it that are still a work in progress, and the backyard is still a work in progress, and she just loves working on the house projects, slowly turning it into an oasis for her family, fixing, found objects and stuff so they can go in the house. She's just been really enjoying that. Hence the creative, and she's very much in love with her husband and stuff like that. And it was really fun kind of creating her, because like I said, the game generated like her face and stuff, and I was like, she's such a cutie pie, and then trying to match her style to the style of the house so it all looked very cohesive. It was a lot of fun. But she has 3 daughters. The oldest daughter is like kind of half rebelling, that stage where you're like, I'm not gonna like anything my mom likes. And so it's really funny because if you look at the house, like the twin daughters, their room is still kind of a little bit more curated, and you can tell mom put it together. There's definitely toys and stuff everywhere, but it's a little more curated. And then the older daughter's room is a mess. I had a lot of fun with that house. And I had a lot of fun making this family. This family, I'm trying not to spoil it, but I'm going to end up spoiling it. This family gets a lot bigger here in a minute. So here's what happened, right? I just kept adding pets. I had stuff for a dog in the house, and so I thought, okay, 3 kids and a dog, that makes sense. And so I added a dog, and then I thought, well, the kids are going to be in school. The dog needs someone to play with. I'm trying to be vague so that I don't spoil the dog when we get there. I was like, the dog needs someone to play with, and so I added a second dog, and then I was like, what if we had a cat? But then I hadn't put anything for a cat in the house, so I had to go back and put things in for a cat. So then it didn't make it into the video, but when you download the house, there'll be stuff for a cat in there too. So, and I was cracking up the whole time too because one of the dogs is a schnoodle, and I have poodles, and the schnoodle looks a lot like my big poodle Joe, and so I was cracking up the whole time. But so this mama has a lot on her plate. She has a lot on her to-do list each day with 3 kids and 3 pets and her hubby. Lots to do. I think we might end up seeing if she could be a writer, because I think it would be kind of fun to make it like she's maybe blogging about the house and the kids and everything. I think that would be really fun. Maybe we'll see how she plays out. They live in the lot that oh goodness, I can't remember the name of that family is, but it used to be the family of all boys. So it's gonna be kind of fun when they move in, because those boys are still hanging around. They're evicted, but like their characters are still hanging around, so that'll be really fun. I wanted their house on the corner lot. That's the whole reason. But I wanted her to have sort of like this like contemporary farmhouse vibe with her clothing too. So it's very comfy, very stylish, but I'm still a mom who can absolutely go play out in the mud. It's fine. Everything is machine washable kind of way. That was kind of the goal with her. And similarly with him. Also, it works less well, the whole letting the game pick my Sims with the men, because I keep getting like insanely in shape men with like very square jawlines and that hair. in the family that I'm working on off to the side now, not these guys, not the Puckets, but the family that I just am actually exporting the footage for, which you might hear my laptop because it's going. He looks different, and his kids came out really cute because of it. But I have a lot of Sims that have sort of this basic body shape. It would be really cool. I've talked about it a lot. I've been thinking a lot about like The Sims 5 and stuff. I have a lot of concerns, but one thing that I would love to see is more inclusion of different like disabilities and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. And that to me would, I think, break up the monotony of constantly making the same sim, like, because I'm just bad at it anyway. But I think for storytelling purposes it would help, because that's my problem a lot, is I'm very much like, how do I make this sim into a story? I don't know. That was a weird bird walk of me saying like, I need to figure out how to make cooler Sims. That's all it is. I need to figure out how to make cooler Sims. My Sims have this worst case of same face, you know? I don't know how to fix it. But I like him. He's cute. His name is Evan. He has the soulmate trait, or aspiration rather. So he's got alluring. He was family oriented, ambitious, and good. This is their daughter Madeline. She's got the edgy haircut, and she's trying to dress a little edgier. I tried to make her in flux. I imagine her being a young teen, which doesn't work in The Sims 4 because obviously they just look like mini adults. But I imagine her being like 14. And so a lot of her style is trying to grow up a little bit, trying to rebel against mom's like farmhouse vibes. She's a musician. She's a musical genius, so she's got the music trait. She loves music, and she's a good sim. I wanted her to be a good sim because I wanted her to still be really close with her little siblings. I didn't want it to be like, I'm rebelling against the family. It was more just like, if I have to wear one more lace top, I'm over it, you know? And with the hair dye and stuff. Some of her hair has hair dye, and I believe some of it doesn't. And I did that because I liked the idea of it being I don't remember the official term for it, but you know those hair dye jobs where the top is still your original hair color, and then underneath it's pretty. I've always wanted to do that, but I have like one hair. Would not work. I don't have enough hair. I have very fine, thin hair. You know, it even thinks about raining, and I look like a dipped weasel. Like you dipped a weasel in grease. It would not work for me, but I love that look, and so I kind of was like trying to get with her, where most of the time you can see her crazy dye job, but like for formal looks and stuff, maybe you don't, you know? And she's kind of awkward right now. That's the stage I was trying to go for. Like, I was trying to come up with a better way of putting it. Like, she's transitioning. No, she's just awkward right now. Like, she's trying to figure out who she is. There's still a lot of her mom's influence. She still kind of wants to hang out with her little sisters because she's still, you know, not quite ready to grow up and stuff. But she's also, like, trying to grow up. And that was the kind of the goal with Madeline. Also, I love the spelling the game gave me with Madeline. I let it decide names. I hit randomize quite a bit on names. I have never been able to name characters ever since I was little. In the first grade, I really thought I was going to be a mystery author. I wanted to write mystery novels. That only works if you can write. But I could never name characters, ever. I always just had, like, my teacher used to laugh because she'd always just say, well, put character A and character B if you can't come up with names. And I'd get all the way to, like, the end of whatever we were supposed to be writing and still have character A and character B because names are hard. But I love the spelling they gave us for her Madeline, because I have a cousin named Madeline, and it's spelled very traditionally, and so this was kind of an interesting spelling. I liked it a lot. This is Olivia. Olivia is a social butterfly and a bookworm, and this is bookworm. Don't mind me. There's twins, and so the other one's a geek, and this is Eve. I'm wrong. Don't mind me. I guess that's a good sign they're twins if I can't tell them apart. Eve and Olivia are still in the stage of being dressed by their mama, so they have a lot of similar or matching looks. Pinks and purples, cute little blonde kids. I fell in love with hair bows. Every time I do little kids, especially little daughters, I'm like, okay, hair bows. So I think it's safe to assume if I ever have kids, and I ever have a daughter, she's gonna wear hair bows until she's so sick of them. She's like, Mom, I'm gonna hide them all. Which I would never force a kid to wear anything they didn't want to wear, but like, at the age in which I get to choose. At the age in which they don't care, they just want enough clothes that it's socially acceptable to go outside and play. Although, having said that, I live on a farm and will probably always live on some sort of acreage. And so, like, I say, I'm gonna put her on these cute little outfits with hair bows. That stuff is gonna get trashed. I don't know. But I just made a sim too, for the cottage. Her name was Savannah. and she's all in dresses and stuff, and lives out in that cottage working with animals and farming and stuff. So, and you can do it. Like I've farmed in cute outfits. You just have to do a lot of laundry. That's all. But anyways, the girls are kind of done up in such a way that there was lots of playing outside. They figured their backyard is kind of a mishmash of things. There's a little bit of a garden plot. There's a little bit of a greenhouse. There's some swing sets and stuff, and a place to picnic, and a sprinkler to go run in. So I did want it to look like they could go out and play and do their homework out in the yard and stuff like that. Wanted good play clothes, as well as cute little outfits to get dressed up in. Lots of hair bows. If Madeline was a little younger, she'd end up in hair bows too, but she's a teen, and I think there's only one hair with a bow for teens, at least with the packs that I have, to clarify. There might be in some of the packs that I don't currently own. But I was having so much fun with these guys, and I'm really excited to see. It's nice to have little kids. I don't do kids often unless it's for the channel, and so it's always nice to have a family sitting around. Like, they're obviously in the save and stuff, but they might migrate over to my personal save so that there's more kids. Also, look at the flowers. So here's the other thing too. I keep talking about this. I can't do hair. Cannot do hair. I will remind you to the fact I said not too terribly long ago that I have like one strand. So I never braid my hair or do anything like that, because it's just kind of a pathetic, sad little thing. It either goes up in a ponytail or a bun. I do put, what do you call them? Like the headbands. I put headbands in. But like braids fall out. And like when I try to do braids and stuff like that, it falls out. There's just simply not enough hair. Oh well. Such is life. My mom too. My mom has like super curly, kinky, like Shirley Temple hair. And just oodles and gobs of it, just all of it. And I'm like, we always want which we can't have, right? Because she always told me growing up, she's like, I wish my hair was like yours. It looks so easy to deal with. Dogs! This is the schnoodle. Let's see. Schnoodle's name is Bella. I always get them backwards. Also, I goofed, and I didn't realize it so I have a cheat sheet sitting here next to me. That's why you can hear me fiddling with a paperclip. I didn't realize that there's a border collie named Bubblegum, and the tuxedo cat is named Bubbles. We're gonna blame the kids on naming that one, because I missed the plot. But the schnoodle you just saw, her name is Bella. So there's Bubblegum and Bella, a collie, and a schnoodle respectively. And Bubblegum is smart, active, and loyal, and Bella is playful, friendly, and loyal. Bubbles, the tuxedo cat, is based very strongly on kind of my cat. She moved. She was an outdoor cat. She lived on the farm before I did, and then she just decided one day that my neighbor would give her salmon if she walked over there a lot, and she did. So, anyways, she's based on my cat that I used to own called Juliet. So she's friendly, talkative, and aloof. Here's the screenshots. I really like how this family turned out. I think they look pretty realistic, and goodness, I can't talk. Let me try that sentence again. I think they look pretty realistic, but also having kind of that cute Sims style. I think they're going to be really fun to play with. I think they're going to be a good family to just stick in games and kind of with the neighborhood stories, kind of see how it goes. Especially if they continue to improve that feature. I think that'll be really, really fun. But anyways, since we're looking at screenshots, I'm going to go. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you like this family, and I will talk to y'all very, very soon.